I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there seems to be a frat party happening above me. So, if there's noise, I apologize. It's out of my control. Really. I'm pretty sure the person who lives up there would have a weapon and would end me instantly. Yeah, they're unstable. Anywho, what was I gonna tell you? I was gonna tell you something very important, but I've been rudely interrupted. My train of thought has gone off the rails. Oh, so I had to fire my editor Tony because he got yesterday's episode up way too late. He blamed his editing software and could not take accountability for it himself. So Tony is no more. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's just fired. Yeah. So hopefully this new guy can get everything pulled together and does a better job because I was it made me sick the way Tony worked. So Tony's no more. Goodbye, Tony. Everybody say goodbye, Tony, in the comments. Okay, say goodbye, Tony. Thank you for saying farewell to Tony. Okay, he's dead to me now. He's gone. Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen, all of you beautiful people out there. And I said people, not extraterrestrials, okay? After talking about the aliens last episode and talking a lot about space recently, I'm just getting a little nervous that they're probably watching my content, watching this podcast, allegedly, with your host, Johnny Thomas Appleseed. They're watching me, and trying to study me and maybe make contact. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna be keeping an eye out because I'm scared. Okay, I'll let you know if they beam me up. Okay, you'll be the first people to know for sure. We got so much news for you today. It is April 18th. It is Friday, my dudes. It's the last episode of the week, so buckle up, get ready to rumble, because it's gonna get crazy. Okay, let's jump into our first topic of today. Get this. When asked if he wanted to see any changes to gun laws after Thursday's deadly shooting at Florida State University, President Trump told reporters that he has an obligation to protect the Second Amendment. These things are terrible, but the gun doesn't do the shooting. The people do, he said. And while he's technically not wrong, it is the people who do the shooting. There still needs to be something done so that these guns don't get in the wrong hands. No? Hello? I'm all for people having the right to bear arms. I bear these bear arms all the time. But I like I'm not gonna be the guy that's like I'm taking away your guns, okay? Because I know how frazzled y'all get, okay? I just think there needs to be something put in place. Our children are dying, okay? People are losing their lives, innocent people. But then again, when you think about it, a gun isn't always the weapon of choice for these crazy people, okay? If you look back at New Orleans, when that guy just drove through a whole bunch of people on New Year's, that was the weapon of choice, a truck. It's scary. The fact that this is something we even have to talk about or these things happen, I can't even wrap my head around how someone can think that making a decision like that or doing acts like this will somehow make whatever's going on in their life any better or how it will make any sort of change for the better. It doesn't I can't comprehend it, but that's probably why I'm not the guy who's doing these acts, but something needs to happen. I don't know what it is. Get your best, smartest people on the line and figure something out. Please. We are begging you. Our children are begging you. Oh, God. What are your thoughts on all of this? Drop them in the comments as we go through the episode. Donald Trump has also appeared to confirm that his second state visit will take place at Buckingham Palace in September. He said, I was invited by the king and the country. Great country. They're going to do a second, as you know, a second fest. That's what it is, a fest. And it's beautiful, he said. I'd like to go to Buckingham Palace. I got things to say to the king, okay? I got things to say and thoughts. Why is the king never inviting me to anything, okay? The queen would have. That's all I'm going to say. Rest in peace, Lizzie. Okay? Was that a name? Queen Elizabeth? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I trust the British government. Parliament? Is that what that is? What are they? The royal family? Whatever, the monarchy? Is that what it is? I don't know enough about the British politics and how that whole stuff works. Every time I talk about the Brits, I get attacked. The Brits come after me and they call me crazy names like what an absolute blueberry, and I don't know how to respond to comments like that. Yeah, you wanker. I'm like, don't call me that. I don't need that. I know it's like kind of just a thing you do, but geez, they just say whatever, and I respect that from the Brits. Really, I do. I respect their ability to just say whatever comes to their mind and not give a single F, as the kids would say. Yeah, they don't care. Mm-mm, they don't. And I respect that. I really do. Yeah. Are you British? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, okay? Yeah. Also in the news, we've got Disney Channel star Vanessa Hudgens. Yes, Vanessa is throwing it back to some side bangs that she had back in the day, okay? The actress singer posted a video from her 2007 Say Okay music video. You remember that song? I think they're in the bowling alley in that music video. Yeah, and it's very gloomy and dark, and Zac Efron is in that music video. So get this. While she was reflecting on her hairstyle, High School Musical fans were remembering her real life romance with Zac Efron, who makes a cameo in the clip she posted. The side bang was such a moment in time, she captioned the video. Vanessa, who dated Zach from 2005 to 2010, is now married to MLB pro Cole Tucker, and the two welcomed their first child together last year. I always had hope for Gabriella and Troy. I always held space in my heart for them, you know? Vanessa Hudgens was one of my first celebrity crushes. Tell you what, in High School Musical 2, when she's wearing that sundress, I would have proposed right there. Zach made a mistake. He should have proposed. He should have tied the knot back then and not let that slip away. Yeah. Is Zach dating anyone these days? I feel like he's been single ever since Vanessa. I honestly don't know. I never see any dating rumors about him. But his brother's in the spotlight a lot right now. Dylan Efron, he was on The Traitors. He did great. He won The Traitors. Spoiler. Oh, my bad. You're supposed to say spoiler alert before spoiling, but I didn't. That's my bad. Anywho, what are your thoughts on Vanessa kind of taking a trip down memory lane? I think it's very mature of her to be able to post this video, and not crop or Photoshop or AI generate someone over Zac Efron's face, and still just posting it. I think that's very cool and very mature of her because, they were such a moment in time. They really were. They were the it couple back then because it was just like, oh my gosh, they're in love on screen and their chemistry is amazing. And get this, they're together in real life. And then they broke up and I cried. Similar to Sean and Camilla. I also cried then. I think we put too much stake in celebrity relationships though. Yeah. It shouldn't make or break my day. But it does. It really does. I keep a close eye on these celebrities and who they're dating. Also in the news, we've got talk show host, singer, mother, and just all around superstar Kelly Clarkson. Okay, Kelly Clarkson is reportedly planning to exit her daytime television program when her contract concludes next year, according to an exclusive reporting from Page Six. Now, according to Page Six, multiple inside sources told the publication that the popular host aims to step away from her Emmy-winning series to focus on family priorities. Kelly's number one priority is her children, and they always will be, an industry insider revealed to the outlet about the Texas-born entertainer. The show is grueling, It's a whole lot of work, and I hear that Kelly would like to spend more time down south. The 42-year-old star, who relocated from Los Angeles to New York when the show moved production in 2023, recently sparked speculation about her future after an unexplained 2-week absence from broadcasting in March. During this hiatus, substitute presenters filled her role before she returned on March 18th. I don't know about all of this. I'll be kind of sad to see Kelly leave the show. We won't get any more Kellyokies. Those are my favorite. She can sing anything, and she proves it with that segment. And I think she's a great talker. She can talk your face off, and it's entertaining to watch. She's funny. She doesn't care. She's like the most genuine star on TV, I feel like, because she really just puts it all out there, without hesitation. She says it all, sometimes probably too much. But yeah, we wish nothing but the best for Kelly, though, and we want her to do whatever makes her happiest. I don't think she needs this talk show, really. I think she did it mostly because she really enjoys talking to people. So she's probably got enough money for whatever. She doesn't need to do this talk show, but we'll be keeping an eye on this and see if Kelly actually does end up leaving the show at the end of her contract. Page 6 is usually pretty close to spot on when they come forward with all of this stuff. So we're thinking of you, Kelly, and we hope to see more of you. And if you choose to stick around, we will be watching, okay? What's your favorite Kelly Clarkson song? She's got so many bangers. Since You've Been Gone and Breakaway. Oh, that one always makes me cry. Yeah. She's an icon, really. She is. That song she sang? She was pregnant on American Idol, and it was about her father and how Brandon Blackstock showed her how a man is supposed to act. And then Brandon Blackstock, whatever his name is, he ended up like being not a good guy, and they got a divorce. And then Kelly actually went out and performed that same song, and she changed the lyrics so that it had nothing to do with Brandon and had everything to do with her own self and her self-worth. That was really cool of her. And I like that. That's why I like Kelly Clarkson. Because she really does keep it 100. Yeah. And she's a boss. She is a boss. And she works hard, from doing The Voice to full-time music career to hosting a daytime television show. Like, she really does do a lot. And that's impressive. She puts the work in. Good for you, Kelly. Also in the news, we've got Tiffany Fong, who is addressing speculation about her relationship with Elon Musk. Now, we have talked about how Elon just is pumping out these kids and is trying to be the next Nick Cannon or something, or make an army of Elons so when the world ends, he's repopulated already or something. I don't know. But apparently the influencer responded to a recent Wall Street Journal article alleging that the Tesla CEO once asked if she was interested in conceiving children with him, even though the two had never met. Days later, Fong, 31, took to X to respond to the piece and deny any claims that she spoke to the outlet. For the record, I did not feed this story to the Wall Street Journal or any other outlet, and explicitly asked not to be included when I was contacted for comment. If you're wishing for me to comment publicly, it's not going to happen. Thanks, she wrote on Thursday. She previously addressed rumors about her relationship with Musk, who is 53, in February. When she posted a screenshot of a Daily Mail article on her Instagram, the headline read, "Glamorous influencer forced to deny fake rumors she's carrying Elon Musk's baby too." And she added, overlaying to explain her side. "Insane that I need to announce I am not pregnant," Fong said, adding in her caption, "We live in a clown world." The Wall Street Journal article alleged that Musk started interacting with Fong's online posts discussing cryptocurrency. The outlet reported that the Tesla CEO followed Fong last summer after she showed public support of Donald Trump. According to Wall Street Journal, Musk eventually sent the content creator a message propositioning her to have his child. She allegedly declined his offer, but spoke of his approach to friends, including fellow influencer Ashley St. Clair, who does share a child with Elon Musk. In February 2025, St. Clair posted an announcement on X revealing that she and Musk welcomed a child together in September 2024. Earlier this week, a spokesperson for St. Clair confirmed to People magazine that a paternity test showed there is an almost 100% probability in paternity. Now, I wonder if Elon Musk is actually sleeping with this woman or if it's done with like a turkey baster, you know? Because they're doing it for the checks. It's not because they're actually interested in Elon. It's the money. It's gotta be, right? But they had to have signed like an NDA or something. Yeah, I don't know. Just imagine getting a DM from Elon Musk that's like, "Want to have my babies?" That's crazy. And then you're just like, let me think, how much you offering? And then you carry that baby for 9 months and then pop it out, and now you're just tied to Elon Musk for the rest of your life. That's wild. Imagine being that rich that you just start paying people to have your babies to start your own army of Elon Musks. That's wow. Oh, sweet Mother Mary. Okay. Also in the news, we've got Prince Harry. Okay, I am always team Prince Harry. I like Harry more than I like the other prince. Okay, William and Kate. But I hope Kate's cancer is in remission. I don't really know. Does she still have the cancer? Oh, geez. Does the king still have his cancer? Why are they all getting the cancer? What are they putting in the water over there? Is this a hit job? Okay, anywho. Prince Harry has sought police protection following threats from Al-Qaeda. The Duke of Sussex legal team says his security in place today is inadequate, inappropriate, and ineffective to protect him. Prince Harry asked for better police protection after being threatened by Al-Qaeda, a new court document shows. The Duke of Sussex, who is 40 years old, is fighting for a restoration of the state-funded police protection that was stripped from him when he and his wife, Meghan Markle, stepped back from their royal roles in 2020. Prince Harry's lawyers described the appeal as a fight for his life, and he tells People magazine that people would be shocked at what's being held back. This is insane, Why the Al-Qaeda's going after Prince Harry? Oh my gosh, I heard it has something to do with his time in the military and now he's getting threatened by Al-Qaeda. I thought they were done. I didn't know Al-Qaeda was still around. That's terrifying. Oh my gosh, Harry. Someone needs to protect Prince Harry. Okay? Just because he doesn't want to do your weird royal cult stuff doesn't mean you take away his protection. He's still a very public figure. And he's got people coming for him. Oh my. This is just crazy. We are thinking of you, Prince Harry. If you need somewhere to lay low for a little while, just let me know. I'll let you stay at the studio here. Yeah. I got a blow-up mattress you can sleep on. It's fit for a king. Well, a prince. Okay? So, yeah, just let me know. Hit me up in the DMs, Harry or Meghan, okay? I can't let anything happen to you guys. You're the only royals that I respect, okay? Even though you're technically not even really royals anymore, or are you? I don't know how that all works. Like I said, the Brits, I don't know how any of their stuff works. Also in the news, get this, we are talking about some research monkeys, okay? Monkeys. Ugh, I can't believe we're still researching on monkeys. But anywho, allegedly, research monkeys may be euthanized because of Trump's funding freeze. Harvard professors warn. Top researchers at Harvard reacted to the Trump administration's retaliatory work stoppage on Thursday, warning that their lab animals' lives may be at stake. On Tuesday, April 15th, the National Institutes of Health, NIH, issued a stop work order to researchers following Trump's Monday night decision to halt $2 billion in federal funding to projects being conducted at the prestigious private university. Oh God, not the monkeys. Okay, okay. The freeze is in response to Harvard defying the president's list of demands issued on Friday, April 11th. The list included turning over admissions and hiring data, abolishing diversity programs, and complying with federal orders regarding foreign students. No government, regardless of which party is in power, should dictate what private universities can teach, whom they can admit and hire, and which areas of study inquiry they can pursue. Harvard President Alan Garber wrote in an open letter Monday afternoon. Trump's anti Semitism task force fired back, saying Harvard's statement today reinforces the troubling entitlement mindset that is endemic in our nation's most prestigious universities and colleges. That federal investment does not come with the responsibility to uphold civil rights laws. This is all just a little too much. I'm not going to lie. Okay. But also, couldn't Harvard just get up to like $2 billion in donations from the rich people that pay to have the children go there? Did I say that? My bad. Anywho, but no, I mean, they're not wrong. The government shouldn't be able to say what they can and can't do at a private university. It is private, right? But I guess if the government is helping fund it, then it's kind of like they have a little bit of say, no? I don't know. Okay. The freeze in funding doesn't just affect the researchers or those whose projects might help in the future. For Sarah Fortune, lead scientist on a promising tuberculosis study, even more lives are at stake. Her $60 million contract with the NIH included studying the effects of the vaccines for the deadly disease on macus. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a type of primate. Okay, good. I have no idea what that means. Fortune told the Boston Globe the moccasin, mama say mama sama makusa. Okay. Fortune told the Boston Globe the macaques may have to be euthanized if they cannot spend federal funds to feed and care for them. They're so precious, Fortune said of the animals. It's such a heavy responsibility to work with them and to just be asked to kill them halfway through the study. Hers is not an isolated situation. In addition to possibly laying off scientists if the funding freeze continues for too long, Fortune noted anybody who has animal studies going on is looking at killing the animals. Ugh, don't kill the animals. It's bad enough we're testing on them. And you know, those monkeys that got out in South Carolina or whatever, they're just trying to be freed. But I get it, it's important to test. And we can't do it on human subjects. Or could we? If they volunteer as tribute for a nice check, maybe? No, that seems inhumane, doesn't it? But so does working on monkeys. I don't know. Anywho, however, the professor added that she supported Harvard's decision to defy Trump and begin the work stop, which is initially set to last up to 90 days. I feel better about going down on the right side of this action, she said. Harvard is the most notable U.S. institution to stand up to the Trump administration's demands so far. Fellow Ivy League school Columbia University caved last month, agreeing to new oversight for the Middle East Studies Department, among other demands. This whole thing is this is crazy. I can't even believe it. I want them to be able to do whatever smart people testing they're doing, if it's for the better and not for bad things. I don't need any monkey mutants running out in the streets at me, ripping my head off, because they could. Monkeys are strong. They hang from things, and they swing from the trees and stuff, and they're meant to be out there in the wild. We were meant to be monkeys. We really are just monkeys with a little less hair. Yeah, and some people are not as smart as monkeys, really. I've met a few that just aren't that smart. Have you? You probably have. Yeah. Now, before we continue with the news, I just want to take a moment here and talk to you guys. It has been officially 2 weeks of the Allegedly show. This is episode 10, which is just crazy. I appreciate you all being here and sharing your insights and opinions in the comments. Every episode you do that, it just warms my heart. I get so excited, okay? Like today, I got a comment on one of our videos when I was talking about going to space and things, and someone said, well, this is really going to make you mad because they didn't go to space and they faked it. And you know what? She seemed legit. She knew her stuff, or they, or them, but whoever commented that, they knew their stuff. And I believe now that they did not ever go to space. Even that one astronaut guy, Buzz, yeah, not Lightyear, Aldrin, I think was his name. He even kind of said, we never went to the moon. Yeah, so that's fun. I love reading those comments. And, I appreciate you all hitting that subscribe button and giving these videos thumbs up and boosting us in the algorithm. We are on a one-way track to being the #1 news podcast in the world, okay? #1 podcast, period. Okay? Move over, Joe Rogan or whoever's #1, okay? I'm coming for that spot. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be May. Oh my gosh, it is gonna be May. That's crazy. It's April. And I just said that as like a joke. But it is gonna be May soon. Yeah, we are flying through this news fast this month, aren't we? So much has happened. It's been a jam-packed 10 episodes. It's crazy. But thank you so much for being here. I love you all, okay? Should we get back to the news? We can. We can if you would like. Lucifer? Oliver? News? Okay. Anywho, we do not have a whole lot of news left today, but we've got 2 stories left for today's episode that are pretty serious. They're pretty serious topics, okay? One of them is about a Kardashian Jenner, and the other one is about a murderer. Which one should we start with? Wheezy wants to start with the murderer. Wheezy, you scare me, okay? It's the Robert Goulet sunglasses, I think. They're giving a little bit of a Dahmer vibe. So no wonder you want to talk about the murderer first. Alleged murderer, okay? Not guilty yet, just alleged. It's all alleged. Don't sue me, okay? Next, we will be talking a little bit about Luigi Mangione. Now, if you don't know much about the Luigi Mangione case, lucky for you, we did a full deep dive on this entire story, from his birth to the moment he allegedly shot and killed the CEO of United Healthcare, okay? So, here is the first 2 minutes of that episode, and we will be sure to link it in the description below so you can go and watch the entire thing and get all of the info and all of my thoughts, opinions, along with our co-host, Hunter, who, he was here. I didn't ask him to be, but he made the decision. This is his channel, so I guess he gets to decide those things. And you know what? I got lots of messages from people saying they enjoyed it, so I guess he'll be back someday. But yes, here is the first 2 minutes of our deep dive on Luigi Mangione.
Luigi Mangione.
Luigi Mangione.
Luigi Mangione.
He is charged with murdering Brian Thompson.
My client is entitled to a fair trial and the presumption of innocence, and we're going to fight these charges, whether it's in state or federal.
Most famous murder suspect.
Mangione grinned as he was driven away by police.
Many of the students characterized our class as inventive, in both imagination and initiative.
Mangione is accused of shooting and killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Midtown.
Treated like a human ping pong ball between 2 warring jurisdictions
U.S.
here.
Attorney General Pam Bondi ordered the death penalty last week.
There were also Mangione fans inside the courtroom, 24 young women who seemed to be trying to catch his eye.
Mama, I'm in love with a criminal.
I do want to give credit to Luigi Mangione. Good job.
Ablo says Mangione's popularity is a problem for prosecutors.
This is so unfair.
Luigi Mangione dropped. Yeah, definitely woo.
Baby boy, if you had just not pulled down your mask to flirt with that barista, you might still be out there and executing the part 2 of your plan.
Luigi Mangione.
Oh, Lord, yes. Okay.
Why was he parked walk like the Joker in Batman?
It's a frighteningly new day when you combine a really handsome guy with this notion that he's somehow an avenger.
Argyle socks, according to a new court filing, and secreted, prosecutors say, in those socks were two heart-shaped, handwritten notes, one of them directly addressed to Luigi Mangione, saying that there were thousands of people out there wishing him good luck. Mangione ultimately decided not to wear the socks, prosecutors said, because he didn't like their look.
Oh my, this story is far from over.
Now, Luigi Mangione, the suspect accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, has been indicted on federal murder charges, making him officially eligible for the death penalty. This is crazy, okay? And you guys had a lot to say in the comments of the episode about Luigi, saying that the death penalty is crazy. This has become a media circus, and they're calling him guilty before he even goes to trial. It's a lot. This whole thing is crazy, and I don't know. He did pull down his mask at the coffee shop, so they did technically kind of see him. I'm just wondering what other evidence they got and how they're going to pin this on him and what's going to happen. Do you think he's going to get the death penalty? Do you think he deserves the death penalty? This is an eye for an eye, life for a life kind of thing? I don't know. I wasn't even there. I don't even know if he did it. I don't even have all of the evidence that they have, All I know is what Johnny and Hunter talked about in the deep dive episode, okay? And he did have a ghost gun in his backpack. And a manifesto and ammunition and other things. So I don't know. It's not looking good for Luigi. Okay. And in that episode, I gave him a hard time. Okay. I called him guilty because the way I see it, I think he did it. But it is crazy how much the media and all of these girls are out here just like talking about him, trying to get with him, sending him love letters and socks. Why is it that everybody falls in love with murderers, It doesn't make much sense to me. It's kind of scary. It makes me lose a little bit of faith in humanity. There's plenty of people out there who haven't killed someone, that you could fall in love with. But I guess nice guys finish last. Or whatever the kids say. Yeah. To each their own, okay? All I'm saying is red flags are waving everywhere. Pay attention to them. Watch out. It's a little scary. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this whole entire Luigi Mangione case. Go check out the full deep dive episode and drop a comment on there as well. And if you have any information about this case that you think I need to cover, or if there's another true crime case you really want to see me cover or deep dive on with Hunter or another guest, let me know in the comments below. I love hearing what you want to see me talk about, and I've got a few things up my sleeve that we're going to be pulling out like a magic trick to talk about here in the coming weeks, okay? So I'm so excited for that. I can't wait for you to see it. I hope you're excited, because I am. Yeah. Also in the news, we've got Kris Jenner. Okay, Kris Jenner has shocked fans with a new hairstyle and possibly a new face. Get this, Kris Jenner has swapped out her signature short hairstyle for a new pixie bob with bangs. And fans are allegedly obsessed. And, to me, I just couldn't get past the fact that she most definitely had a facelift or used AI to generate, like, tighter skin like this. Yeah, she got rid of those a little bit. I don't know what's going on. She looks great. She looks very young. Okay, and if a haircut does that, maybe I should get a haircut to look even younger. I mean, I shaved because I like to look clean shaven for you guys. Yeah. If I have too much stubble, then I look too much like a piece of meat that you want to cook up and eat, and cannibalism is frowned upon. Okay, we do not do that. Please don't. This is not an episode of Yellow Jackets. Okay, this is not The Walking Dead. Don't take a bite out of me. Well, you guys, that's all of the news that I got for you today. I'm sorry there wasn't as much, but we're gonna be keeping an eye out this weekend for all things that are gonna happen for Monday's new episode. That's right, we have new allegedly episodes every Monday through Friday, which is fantastic. We love that. We love having all of this news thrown at you all the time. And yeah, we've got some deep dive episodes coming at you very soon, which is exciting. Some cases that you may want to hear about. And don't forget to drop them in the comments as well, so I know what you really want to learn about and what cases you want to hear Johnny's hot takes on. Okay? Oliver, Wheezy, Lucifer, Trevor, Junker, you got anything to add? Jared? Sometimes you guys really just make me feel like I'm talking to myself. At least the viewers drop comments and not make me feel like such a crazy person. Gosh. Well, I guess if you have nothing to add, it's just me. Don't forget to pick up some of your allegedly merch, okay? It's out now, and I've got a special deal for you. If you use code Johnny10, that is Johnny10, JONNY10, you get $10 off your first purchase. Yes, $10 whole on any purchase, $20 or more. Okay, that's so exciting. So go use Johnny10, get yourself a blanket, get yourself a hoodie, a t-shirt, a mug. Use code Johnny10, get $10 off any purchase, $20 or more for your first purchase. That's so exciting. Okay? Oh my gosh, I have my own discount code. This episode is sponsored by HB Apparel. That's so good. Oh my gosh. I guess you can get Hunter's merch too if you want, but let's be real. You're here for me, not him. Okay? Yeah. That code will work on Hunter's merch as well, because I'm generous like that. But that's all I got for you today. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and leave your comments answering my questions from today's episode in the comments below, okay? Oh my goodness, I love you all. Take it easy. I will see you Monday with a whole bunch of brand new news, okay? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Yes, yes. Oh yeah. This sounded like the Kool-Aid Man.